There's been some pretty big news from DC in the last couple days. A lot of people have been wondering and speculating as to the involvement of Michael Keaton coming back to Batman. You know, we heard this news a few months ago, or the rumor that Michael Keaton might be returning in some way, in some capacity, to the role of Batman, or at least to the role of Bruce Wayne, but it was kind of unclear how and to what extent. We heard that there might be some involvement in the Flashpoint movie, and that's what would possibly introduce him, that he might become like a Tony Stark type character to the DC EU, as Tony Stark was kind of the glue that held the MCU together, that they would kind of put that role onto Michael Keaton and his version of Batman or Bruce Wayne. And that led to speculation as to whether they were trying to build a Batman Beyond type story, where he would now play an older Bruce Wayne mentoring a young Batman, or, you know, in the case of Batman Beyond, a different version, a different iteration of Batman. So this is news now that's coming from smallscreen.co.uk, and apparently it's a go. There's rumors, there's leaks that it's being reported that Michael Keaton has signed on to an HBO Max series, a Batman Beyond series, where he will play the older Bruce Wayne. So let's go through it here. Exclusive: Michael Keaton has signed on to star as Bruce Wayne in an HBO Max Batman Beyond series. Now, this is very exciting because this is something that people have really been asking for. Fans have been wanting a Batman Beyond show or movie, or some live action version of Batman Beyond for quite a while now. It's a great character. It's something that we haven't seen on screen yet, and it's something that, you know, I think will make fans happy. So, you know, DC's kind of hit and miss. They seem to do stuff that is really pro-fan, and listen to fans and kind of give the fans what they want, something that we have been asking for all of these IPs to be doing, more so. And then they do things that are kind of like, you know, make you scratch your head. But this is something that, you know, I think if it's true, it's a good direction for them, a good choice. So there he is in the classic suit. My favorite Batman by far. My favorite version of Batman, definitely the Keaton Batman. We've recently been informed by multiple sources that Michael Keaton has signed on to star as Bruce Wayne in an HBO Max Batman Beyond series. There have been all sorts of rumors surrounding Michael Keaton and him playing Batman in the Flash movie. I thought it had already been confirmed by the film's director, Andy Muschietti, which it had been. However, the other night on Jimmy Kimmel Live, Keaton was playing rather coy about the whole thing. He did end up admitting that they were having conversations, which means they were talking about it. It's probably going to all come down to the money in the end. However, a few sources reached out to me today and yesterday regarding Michael Keaton's time playing Batman in the future. According to them, he's actually just signed a deal with HBO Max that would see him play Bruce Wayne in an upcoming series. Again, I asked my sources if they could be directly quoted, and the three of them agreed. The first person came to me with this. This is what he said in the quote: Michael Keaton has already signed on to return as Batman in the Flash movie, and he's just signed a deal with HBO that'll see him play Bruce Wayne in a future series. So they're saying both things are happening. The Flash storyline, the Flashpoint storyline, the rumor we heard from months ago, that's true. But not only that, it doesn't end there. He's actually signing on to continue that storyline. So perhaps he will be sort of the thread that's going to go through all of the DCEU going forward, from the movies to the TV show, and it's going to link together. Possibly. The second person informed me that the series is going to be based on Batman Beyond. Michael Keaton has signed a deal with HBO Max to star as Bruce Wayne in a Batman series, which will be based on Batman Beyond. And the third source, so three witnesses to confirm something. We're all very excited over here. Keaton's signed to star in a Batman series with HBO Max. The word is it's going to be Batman Beyond series. So three sources have confirmed Keaton signed a deal and it's Batman Beyond. So he'll be returning as Bruce Wayne. We won't get to see him in the suit. You know, that's upsetting in a way, but it's understandable. You know, he's much older now. being in the suit might be kind of silly for him. So I am fine with him returning as the older Batman in Batman Beyond. I think it's perfect for him, actually. This is something fans have been asking for years now. Yes, that's true. We have been. The idea of seeing Michael Keaton play Bruce Wayne in a Batman Beyond series is very exciting. No, they didn't tell me anything about what the show will be like, nor who will be the showrunner or who would play the Batman Beyond character. That's probably because they have no idea yet. However, this could end up being a huge coup for HBO Max. Should they have a live-action Batman Beyond series on their books, then I'm pretty sure people will subscribe to the platform in droves. Yeah, I think it could really help get their subscriber base up because people have really been asking and would be really excited on this news that there's a Batman Beyond show that Michael Keaton is coming back for. That's really a huge draw in my opinion. Getting Keaton signed on, the name, attached to the project, I think that is a big selling point. There's also the fact that this could tie in with the DC comic movies, which would be very exciting. I think that's probably going to happen because if he's coming back for the Flashpoint movie, he's got, and he's doing a series, they have to be linked. So obviously they're going to do this whole kind of like Marvel did with their show Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and even to extent, the Defenders with the Luke Cage, Daredevil, the Daredevil verse. That wasn't really a verse because that was still inside of the MCU. The world was the same. So it seems like they might be doing this. They've already done it with the Flash, even though they're on different Earths. They've had both versions, the movie version of the Flash, TV version of the Flash, meet together in the Flash show. So they've already opened up this world, this linked universe. It's just they're separating it by Earths, which is a good idea. They get away with more. They can do more independent standalone stories that way as well, like you have with the Joker movie. That can be linked to the same DCEU. It's just a different Earth, so it's a different iteration. They get a lot more leeway doing it that way, and I think it's very smart for them to do. So I wasn't told who might play Terry. That's the Batman Beyond character. That's it. But as far as my sources are concerned, it seems that everyone involved in this deal is very excited, including Keaton himself. Michael Keaton first played Batman. We know this in 1989's Batman film. If you haven't seen it, I don't know why you're watching this video. Go watch that movie, then come watch this video, and then Batman Returns. So that's the gist of the article. That's about it there. So I'll link it down below. But like it says here, he'd be playing an older version of himself. So which I think works for him. I think it's perfect role. I think this is very exciting news as far as DC goes. This is something that I think will draw a crowd, and it is something fans are asking for. So there's those people out there, these crazy people who decided that anytime fans get what they want, anytime a studio gives in to the fans, gives them something they desire, they want, they will spend their money on, that is a bad thing. Apparently that is a bad thing to do. And that kind of mentality is insanity. That's why these studios and these movies lose money, because they're not doing that. I understand being creative, doing something a little different, going outside of the norm, or going outside of the strict comic book. I get that. We don't need a copy cover for cover, because as an audience, we want something new too. We want to be excited, thrilled, surprised at things. But there's an extent you can't take it too far. You still have to. You have to work within the parameters of the world that was created, of the comics, how the vibe of those comics are. You have to work within that scope. When you go outside of it, that's when it becomes a problem. So, and fans are just asking we just want to see the stuff we know. We want to see the world we know brought to life on screen. It doesn't have to be a carbon copy. Do things, get creative with it, but don't go, give us the vibe of what we grew up with, what we know. Let us live in that world, but in a live action version in this case. So, anyway, I'm excited about this news. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below, and give the video a thumbs up if you liked it, and don't forget to hit that smash that subscribe button. Until next time, lock the doors and hope they don't have blasters.